Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Le'akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations. They may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. And this is going to be the third installment of his Unchangeable Counsel. It's going to be the final part I do, because I think through the spirit, man, the point has been made that the Most High he hasn't changed, he hasn't altered his will, he hasn't broken those promises that he made unto our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants. And prophecy proves that, man. And like it tells us, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. And we've gotten this, you know, these prophecies and these promises from a handful of different prophets, man, just proving that the Most High is going to be faithful and true in keeping his word. So tonight we're going to go into Ezekiel 36 to show you what's about to play out according to the Most High's will, what's going to be done according to what he's promised. You see, a promise that has not been disannulled like the pagan Christian church has been telling the world, man. You see, like we just got in the last part 2, where we went into Isaiah 55 and 11, Numbers 23 and 19, Micah 3 and 6, which all lets us know that what? The Most High does not change. His counsel does not change. It's not alterable. You see, he spoke it, it's set in stone, and it will come to pass. You see? So let's get into it. So we're going to start right here in Ezekiel 36. So this is Ezekiel 36 and 6. It says, "Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen." And this is what's being done in our land right now. Because when you jump at the verse 5, it tells us that the Most High's land has been basically taken into the possession of the heathen, beginning with the Idumeans, which are the Edomites. Let's read it real quick. Ezekiel 36 and 5, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Power, Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea," which are the Edomites, you see, who are calling themselves Jews. It says what? "Which have appointed my land into the possession with all the joy of their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." So the Edomites and the residue of the heathen, those Ishmaelites who are over there, warring over a land that doesn't belong to them, man. You see, living in a land that doesn't belong to them. That land was promised unto Abraham and to his seed after him for an everlasting possession. And that's the land that we're going to be returned to once the Lord Yahweh Shah returns. Once the Lord Yahweh Shah saves the remnant, you see. But our land is bearing the shame of the heathen, because you have all type of idol temples over there. They commit all type of wicked acts. You see, doing abominable things that should not be done in the Holy Land, man. And this is why, you see, this is why that land is going to be burned by fire in the midst of World War III as well, to be purged and cleansed of all the wickedness that the heathen have done in that land. You see? Now, when we jump down to verse 7, because we already got verse 6, it says what? "Therefore thus saith the Lord Power, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you shall bear their shame." And the heathen are going to be gathered in that land to be judged. Or the military of the heathen is going to be gathered in that area of Saudi Arabia. You see? For what? World War III. And that land is going to be purged by fire at the second coming of the Lord Yahweh Shah. They're going to bear their shame, man. They're going to pay for what they've been doing in our land for all this time. You see, because the Most High is about to burn that land up and get rid of all that filth that has been polluting it. And then what's going to happen? Verse 8, "But ye, O mountains of Israel, Ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. You see that? It's because what? We're being prepared to be taken back into that land once the Lord Yahushua comes to save us. Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number. You see, we're going to be saved from all the lands of our captivity according to promise or prophecy. We're going to be taken into the heavens. We're going to participate in that crowning ceremony. And once that's complete, you see, in process of time, we're going to come down as it tells us in Revelation 21, and we're going to take over the world. We're going to shackle you heathen and cart you off into slavery, and you're going to build up our land. You see? You're going to build up our country from the Nile to the Euphrates. Because the Most High is about to plant his people back in that land, and it's going to be rejuvenated beyond what it was when it was first created. Oh, and it tells you in this chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Verse 9 says what? For behold, I am for you, and will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it. And the city shall be inhabited, and the way shall be builded. There it is. And that's a cut for all you guys talking about when the 2/3 die, they're going to be burning in hell forever. No. Are not the 2/3 of Israel a part of the house of Israel? So they're going to be eventually be reincarnated into the kingdom of heaven up under that second covenant. The Most High says the whole house of Israel is going to be there, man. You see? And we know we're going to be as the sand of the sea, so we're going to have to go off planet as well, but we're talking about our land right now. All the Israelites are going to be, there. The waste city shall be the waste shall be builded. And who's going to do that? Let's show you according to prophecy. Isaiah 60. It's like, there it is. You know what? It was 60. Yep. Isaiah 60 and 10. Here's another witness letting us know what's going to be happening in the kingdom of heaven. You see the promise that the Most High made unto his people, right? Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. There it is. The heathen nations are going to build up our country, man. All of it. You see that? That's what's going to be done according to the promise that the Most High made unto his people. Verse 11 says what? And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring forth fruit. It's like, and they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. You see that? Because once we go back into our land, we're going to be up under that second covenant. And up under the second covenant, we're allowed to access the blessings. And the blessings tell us what? Blessed be the fruit of our loins. You see? Blessed be the fruit of our cattle. Blessed be our fruit. We're going to go back into our land and live out that blessing that the Most High promised unto our forefather, Jacob. That's what's being done, man. The Most High is fulfilling that promise, that expected end that he's promised to bring us into. Our land is going to be more beautiful than when the Most High first created that garden eastward in Eden. Because that's the land we're going back into, man. It's going to be even better than when he first gave it to Adam. You see? This is a promise that was made. This is that expected end that the Most High has ordained for us to come into. And we're in the process of receiving this, man. This is why we see the course of the earth going the way it is. It's for all these things to come to pass. Now verse 12 says what? Yea, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel. You see that? And they shall possess thee, and thou shalt be their inheritance, and thou shalt no more henceforth bereave them of men. You see that? Fulfilling the promise that he made unto Abraham. Let's go back to Genesis 17. It says what? Genesis 17:7, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, and their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, and I will give unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. This is what the Most High is going to fulfill, and he reiterates these points, these promises, through the mouth of the prophets all throughout the scriptures, man. That's the good news, that the Most High is going to uphold these words that he's spoken. And that good news only pertains to who? The 12 tribes of Israel, man. From Abraham, through Isaac, through Jacob. You see? It was promised unto the fathers, and their descendants are going to reap the benefits of that. The Most High is going to be faithful to this, man. This has not been disannulled. It goes on to say, it says what? Thus saith the Lord of power, because they say unto thee, thou land devourest men, and has bereaved thy nations. Because what? Let me get some water. Because what? In order to live in that holy, to be in the Holy Land, you have to live holy. That was what we was commanded to do. And the reason our land bereaved us of men is because what? We were going up, we were sinning. And we received a lot of judgment in that land. We were in our land, and a lot of nations came and put us in captivity. You see? Because of our disobedience. You see? But what does the Most High say? Therefore thou shalt devour men no more, neither bereave thy nations any more, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Because once we go back into that land, we're going to go back in that completely holy state, keeping the law, statutes, commandments in perfection. So that will what? Allow us to never be judged by the Most High ever again, because we're not going to be in transgression against him, man. We're not going to be in trespass against him. We're going to go back into that land perfect, up under the second covenant. This is a state that we haven't come into yet, but in the process of time we will, because what? Prophecy says so. The Most High has ordained it. Now verse 15 says what? Neither will I cause men to hear in thee the shame of the heathen anymore. Whew! You see that? Ain't gonna be no heathen in the land of Israel ripping and running and sowing wickedness like they're doing now. Ain't gonna be no idol temples in the land of Israel or anywhere in the earth as it is now. It says what? Neither shalt thou bear the reproach of thy people anymore. Neither shalt thou cause thy nations to fall anymore, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Why? It's because we're gonna go back into that land under this in the second covenant, completely righteous, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in perfection. So we will never what? We will never commit sin. What is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. What is the wages of sin? The wages of sin is death. We are not going to ever be in that state ever again. So that's why we will never be cast out of our land again. That's why once we're planted back in this land this final time, we will never be uprooted again, man. And the Most High tells us that in prophecy. Matter of fact, let's get right here in Baruch. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, right here. Baruch. Shit. Baruch chapter 2. That's the last couple of verses. Verse 34 says what? Baruch 2 and 34. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see that? Baruch 2 and 34. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. Who gonna be lords of it? The Israelites are. This is a cut to that BS that the pagan Christian church is spewing. The promises only pertain to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It only pertains to that lineage. The promise was only made to that lineage, not to all nations. No, if you're not a part of the nation of Israel, you have no part in this. If you're not an Israelite, you don't have any part in this. And going further than that, if you're not a Israelite of the Most High, you have no part in this until what? Until death by pain. But we're going to be saved and be brought back into that land, man. You see? It says what? And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, because that's what the blessings call for. For us to be forever increased. Being fruitful and multiplying, man. Verse 35 says what? And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. Going back to what? That promise that the Most High made unto Abraham. You see? A promise that he swore with an oath he would keep. And the Most High is not one for breaking oaths, man. He will not break this one. But according to the pagan Christian church, that's what the entire doctrine is based upon, man. The entire doctrine of pagan Christianity is based upon calling the Most High a liar, or making the Most High out to be a liar. And that's not the case. But it says what? And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given thee. Them, Salaki. You see that? That lines up with the prophet Ezekiel was saying. It lines up with what Jeremiah is saying and Isaiah is saying. You see, it all goes hand in hand. It lines up with what's said in the book of Revelation. It's all congruent, man, when you're reading with the proper understanding through the Holy Spirit. So Ezekiel 36:15 says what? Neither will I cause men to hear in thee the shame of the heathen anymore, neither shalt thou bear the reproach of the people anymore, neither shalt thou cause thy nations to fall anymore, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. 16. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way, and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. Because what? We was in our land, we were living wickedly, we was worshiping the idols of the nations. Some the Most High told us not to do even before we went into the land. Because he told us the reason these heathen nations are getting kicked out of the land, because what? They're in here doing wickedness. So don't go in here doing the same thing that they doing. And what do we do? The complete opposite of what the Most High told us to do. Making us unclean. Causing us to be as the Gentiles. Causing us to adopt a Gentile mindset, mind state. By worshiping their idols. You see, now when we was cleaving unto those idols, what did the Most High do? Verse 18. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. You see that? Us going and following the ways of the heathen, you see, caused us to be punished as a nation. Caused us to be in this condition that we find ourselves in till this day. What the Most High keeps going on to explain it. And I scattered them among the heathen. You see that? And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them. So that was a judgment for us to be scattered all throughout the nations, exiled from our land for our disobedience. And as we were scattered amongst the nations for all these generations, what do our people go and do? Get deeper into the customs and the idolatry of the heathen nations, man. You see, and this took place over countless generations. So you had Israelites born who didn't even understand that they were Israelites, and that's what we found ourselves before we woke up to this truth. Far removed from the understanding that we were the Most High's people. Catching all this hell and being up under these curses and not understanding why. is because we weren't raised up to understand that we were the Israelites and that we were being punished for our transgressions against our God, man. But here in these last days, what has the Most High done? He's raised up his prophets as he promised he would do, and now he's having his remnant return back unto him through his son, Yahushua. You see? This is why you see Israelites standing upon their feet all throughout the earth, proclaiming that we are Israelites, because the Most High said, in the course of time, I will have my people return back unto me, my remnant. That's what's being done, is prophecy. Verse 20 says what? And when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, these are the people of Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land. Profane the name by going into the ways of the heathen, the ways that the Most High didn't give us to uphold. He gave us a different way, a holy way, a separate way. He severed us from the heathen by giving us his laws, statutes, and commandments, and making that first covenant with us, a covenant that we broke. We broke that covenant and fell up under the curses, as the Most High said he would do. But what happened? Verse 21 says, well, but I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen whither they went. Now listen, Israel to be renewed for his name's sake. You see that? So even though, we transgressed and we sinned against the Most High, he's preserved a remnant to be renewed, to be returned back unto him. For his name's sake, because he put his name on us. And he's not going to take it away fully. It was a time where he turned his back on us, but it wasn't like the Most High just completely disregarded our nation for us to be forgotten forevermore. No, it was just on a punishment. Just like your parent, when you're on punishment, your parent pissed off with you, they don't really communicate with you like that. They don't want to talk to you. Get out of my sight. You done pissed me off. Get away from me. That's what the Most High did to us as his children. You see? But now we're in the time of being renewed through the remnant. You see, for the Heavenly Father's holy name's sake. Now verse 22 says what? Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord of power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith the Lord power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. And that's happening through who? The remnant being reawakened. Now you have a lot of Israelites waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, but it's only a small sect of Israelites who are doing it the right way. There's only a small sect of Israelites who are giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, in all truth and sincerity, doing what the Most High has commanded us to do through his son, Yahushua. Only the remnant is doing it the right way. And like Yahushua told us, man, you shall know them by their fruit, which are their actions. And we see a whole lot of Israelites out here moving in the spirit that's contrary to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the commands that he gave us through Yahushua. So the ones the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his son Yahushua being sanctified through are the men of Great Millstone and those brothers who are preaching the same doctrine as Great Millstone. And those true believers who are believing upon these words that Great Millstone and those brothers who teach the same doctrine as Great Millstone is teaching. That's who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is being sanctified through. In the midst of the heathen. And we're doing this all throughout the earth. Verse 24 says what? I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and I will bring you into your own land. This is something the Most High promises to do all throughout the scriptures, man. This is not being disannulled like the pagan Christian church has told the world with this doctrine of supersessionism or replacement theology. The Most High did not speak all these words for vain. You see, just to hear himself speak, man. He's spoken with a purpose, and that purpose will be fulfilled as the Most High tells us it will. Let's get it here. And I know it's in Jeremiah 23 and 5. Not 5, but 7. And I also want it in Isaiah if I can get it. No translation comparison. Cross-reference. Oh yeah, it's also in Jeremiah 16, Salaki. Let's get Jeremiah 23 and 7 first. It says, what? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh. Let me go back. Jeremiah 23 and 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, which is North America, Babylon the Great, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. That's one witness. You see, that's another witness that the Most High is speaking through, telling him that he's going to do this for his people. He's coming to gather his remnant to take them back into the land that he promised unto their fathers with an everlasting possession. But according to pagan Christianity, they're telling you that this is not going to come to pass. You see, pagan Christianity is a fucking lie, man. The Most High spoke these words and they will be fulfilled. So now let's go back to what we was looking at in the cross-reference. Here go Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says what? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Once again, that's North America, Babylon the Great. And from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers. So you telling me the Most High spoke all these things just to have it disannulled when it was all said and done? No, man. Every word that the Most High spoke is going to come to pass. Let's get another one. Then it goes into the second covenant. You see? And that's being taken back into the land. What is this, Jeremiah? Oh, man. Jeremiah 23 and 3, it says, what? And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I had driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. What's our fold? The land of Israel, the land that the Most High promised unto our fathers. And that's the understanding of what? Go not but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's who Yahweh Shah sent his disciples to, because this is only for the Israelites, the Most High's flock. You see that? If you're not an Israelite, you're not a part of the Most High's flock. And if you're not a part of the remnant, you're not a part of that flock that's going to be saved when Yahweh Shah returns. You see? So it all adds up, man. So we can go back to Ezekiel 36. Now it says what? Ezekiel 36. And then it's other prophecies that we can go into about when the Most High talks about gathering his people from all these different lands, man. You see, matter of fact, let's get one to Isaiah, then we'll move on. Isaiah 11. In 11 it says, the restored remnant of what? Israel. You see that? Which is going to be gathered from all throughout the world according to prophecy. Isaiah 11 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. When was the first time the Most High recovered his people? When he saved them from the land of Egypt. That didn't apply to all nations. This second salvation doesn't apply to all nations as well. Hell, this second salvation doesn't even apply to all of Israel. Only the remnant is going to be saved. You see? So Isaiah 11 and 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. These are all the different lands that we're going to be saved from. You see? Because Israel has been scattered all throughout these nations. Why? Because of our disobedience. Verse 12 says what? And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together his dispersed of Judah. And he shall gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. You see that? That was according to the promise, man, and that's what's going to be done. You see, we just got it out of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. So you're telling me all this is just forgotten now because the pagan Christian says so? No. And all that we're reading is going to come to pass, man, because the Most High is faithful and true. Now, verse 25 says what? Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. That goes into us being brought into that second covenant where we're going to be purged and made pure when the Lord Yahushua comes to save us, man. Taking us up into that chariot, changing our bodies, and we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments sealed in us, man. And we're going to keep them in perfection. It goes on to say, verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you heart of flesh. So we're going to be completely changed, man. You see, we're going to become something different than what we are now. We're going to become as Yahushua is, man. We're going to be put into bodies that want to be completely obedient to the Most High. Not like these bodies we're in now that wants to sin against the Most High. That wants to do everything contrary to what the Most High says to do. See, we're about to be saved from this, man. And call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua for it. Verse 27 says what? And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. That's a cut to those people who are proclaiming to be the Jews. This should have came to pass in 1948 when they went back into the land. And as we can see, they don't uphold the ways of the Most High. They don't walk in his statutes. They practice out of the Talmud. That's not something the Israelites will be doing once they go back into the land. The Israelites are going back into the land of Israel in a completely righteous state to uphold and enforce the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Almighty God Yahweh. That's not some of those small hatters of 1948ers have done. You see? Verse 28 says what? And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. You hear that? That goes into us being brought into that everlasting covenant that the Most High promised our forefather Abraham he will bring us into. Verse 29 says what? I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you, because we're going to be in the blessings where everything is going to go our way 24/7. We're going to be prosperous always and forever. Our land is going to be prosperous always and forever, man. It's just going to be, a time. It's going to be a time for us to rejoice and actually live life, man. So we know that we're not going to be in this condition that we're in right now forever. This is only a temporary thing that we're going through right now. 30 says what? And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then ye shall remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. You see that? Suffering for a state of shame because what we've done. And it's going to be even heavier upon 2/3 of so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans who refuse to repent now. So I tell you in Daniel 12 that some going to be wake up to everlasting righteousness, and some going to wake up to everlasting shame and contempt. Because when you bought back into that righteous state, man, you're going to know, like, damn, I was fucking up down here. And that's going to make you embarrassed. And it's going to linger for a long time, man. You see? Verse 32 says what? Not for your sakes do I this, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, be it known unto you. Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel, because we should be ashamed as a nation. The way we've been acting, man. The way we've been conducting ourselves. Do you not see our nation when you look out into the world, man? Look how they conduct themselves. Look how they carry themselves, man. Our people are destroyed. We got junkies of our people, whores of our people, homos of our people, lesbians of our people, transgenders of our people. Our people minds are fried up on the Esau, man. So yes, we should be ashamed at the condition that our nation is in. And this is why the remnant is moving in a different spirit. You see, so we can be taken up out of this condition and be brought back into that godhood that the Most High has ordained us to be in from the beginning. So our nation will never be in this condition ever again. That's what we're longing for, man. We're doing all this, for the glorification of the Most High, so our nation can be reestablished and be what the Most High intended us to be from the beginning. That completely holy, righteous nation, man, where no Israelite ever sinned. That's what we're longing for. For all of our people to be good in the kingdom of heaven when that time comes. You see, we're not just out here for self, man. We're out here for nation. You see? Verse 33 says what? Just a few more. 33 says what? Thus saith the Lord power, and the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded. We going back to our land as promised. And the desolate land will be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. Because right now, man, that land ain't flourishing like the Most High said it would be. Because that land is still cursed because we're not there. It's only going to flourish and be blessed once the true people of that land go back into it. And we're not going to be doing any building, man. We're not going to be doing any sowing. That's going to be a job for you heathen nations to do. as it tells you in prophecy. You see, that's why you're going into slavery. Turning your spears into pruning hooks, and you see? All those weapons of war, all that iron, all that steel is gonna be melted down to make it into garden tools, man. Rakes and hoes and pruning hooks and hedge clippers and shovels. You know what I'm saying? Plows, so you can dig those furrows to plant our gardens and our vineyards. You heathen nations are going to work to build up our kingdom, man. We're going to be living in a lap of luxury and rest and complete righteousness in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? That's what we're coming into. Way shall be builded. Verse 34 says what? And the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. Matter of fact, let's get, now we can get to Isaiah 62. Isaiah 62 says what? Isaiah 61, I'm sorry. Isaiah 61:5 says what? And the stranger shall stand and feed your flocks. The strangers represent you heathen nations. You see, you natural born Gentiles, beginning with you Edomites. It says what? Isaiah 61:5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. There it is. That's prophecy. That's a part of our inheritance, man. Having rulership over you heathen nations, and we're going to rule you with a rod of iron, man. You see? It says what? Verse 5. And they shall, verse 35. Ezekiel 36 and 35. And they shall say, the land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and inhabited. Why? Because the Most High is bringing his people back into the land that he promised to give them, so we can rule out of it in righteousness, man. It's going to be completely built up beyond anything the world has ever seen before, man. That might be the next lesson, just to go into some of the things the Most High says is going to be, to go into how this city is going to be built. You know? Hey, Tobit 13 tells you, man. Precious stones going to be in the wall. The walls and battlements going to be of pure gold. The streets going to be pure gold. The gates, 12 pearls. Man, come on. We don't see that in the land of Israel. It's all dusty over there, man. That wasn't fulfillment of prophecy. When we go back, man, it's gonna be Once it's completed, it's gonna be lavish. Something the world has never seen before. A complete city of gold, the lamp, man, shit. That's what's coming. That's a part of that promise that, hey, man, when the Most High promised to give us everything in great abundance, that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be some slack light type of blessing, man. It's gonna be out of control. Verse 36 says what? The heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, Yahweh, build the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh shall have spoken it. Now listen, and I will do it. You see that? That's a cut to pagan Christianity who has spewed this doctrine all throughout the earth, talking about some replacement theology, that all the promises that the Most High has made is done away with. The Old Testament is done away with. No, the Most High is telling you He's spoken it and He will do it. And this is what we're in the process. We're in the process of witnessing this now. It's in process right now. Everything we see going on in the earth, it all leads to the Most High bringing this to pass. You see? It's going to be done. Then verse 37 says what? Thus saith the Lord power, I will yet for this be inquired by the house of Israel to do it for them. And this is the spirit that the remnant is in. The remnant, we're not in the spirit of 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now in Babylon the Great. No. We are asking Yahweh Shem Yahushua every day, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Send Yahweh back so we can get this thing started. Allow these prophecies to come to pass even quicker than they're already happening. These are the things that we're praying for. So we can what? Come into everything that the Most High has promised our people. It says what? I will increase them with men like a flock. Because our seed is going to be blessed. Ain't going to be no more miscarriages. Ain't going to be no more Israelite men shooting blanks. Ain't going to be no more stillborns or abortions. Every time we get with our wives, they're gonna produce a child or children. Might end up having. You see, that's not a. Let me see. That won't be something with like having twins or triplets. You even had women that had tuplets, 8 children at one time. That's how blessed we're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. The Most High is gonna increase us greatly, man. Because that's a part of the blessing. No more of our children being murdered or killed. All that's going to be a thing of the past, man. Matter of fact, let's hop back to Isaiah 60 real quick. Isaiah 60 and 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. How is that going to be done? Because the men of Israel, well, shit, even in the kingdom, all men are going to be able to have multiple wives. But the Israelites above all. You see that? We're going to have multiple women, multiple concubines. You see? So our nation can be what? Repopulated. And it's going to be that way forevermore. One man is going to become 1,000 through all the seed that he's going to be laying in his wives. And every single child that every single seed that man lays is gonna be strong. It's gonna come out perfect, physically and spiritually. No more birth defects. No more mental illnesses among our people. That's gonna be a thing of the past. This is what we're calling for, man. This is the healing of our nation that we're calling for, man. Because we're tired of seeing our people in the fucking condition that they're in now. The only way for our entire nation to be healed is for Yahweh to return to save the remnant. And through the remnant, the rest of the nation will be brought into perfection, man. According to the Most High's will. This is what we're longing for. We're not in the spirit of wanting to see Jake burn in a lake of fire forever. We want to see all our people happy. We want to see all our people good, man. And that's what it's going to be according to what the Most High promised us. Ain't no Israelite going to be left out of this. Now, you're going to have Israelites that are going to be on different levels. Beginning with the elect of Israel, the men of the Lord. And then everyone is going to be put in their proper position. With their proper rank. To the least of the Israelites. And we all gonna be good, man. We all gonna eat. We all gonna flourish. We all gonna be back in our right mind, serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai as we have been created to do. Why wouldn't you want that to happen? Why would you want to see your people burn forever? What kind of shit is that? See, the remnant, we're in the spirit of all of our nation partaking in this, man. Not in that selfish spirit that Esau was in, hoarding the blessing unto himself. No. Every single Israelite gonna eat, gonna be good, gonna be righteous first and foremost. Every Israelite man is gonna have multiple children and multiple wives. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a tight-knit family once again. No more beef, no more animosity, no more turmoil between relatives or cousins, because we all fucking related. Ain't gonna be no more Northern Kingdom versus Southern Kingdom. Mexicans not liking Negroes, and Negroes not liking Puerto Ricans, or whatever it may be. All that shit is gonna be deaded by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. We're gonna be one big happy family again. Why wouldn't you want to see that? Verse 60 said, Isaiah 60 and 22 says, "What? A little one shall become 1,000, a small one a strong nation." One man is going to be a nation unto himself. That's how many children we're going to be producing in the kingdom of heaven by laying with our multiple wives. It's going to be beautiful, man. And you women, you're going to love it. You see? You're going to love it. Because you're going to be back in your right mind too. You're going to be back in your righteous estate too. Going to be as beautiful as you've ever been in your life. And you're going to come into your final beauty. A beauty that can't be comprehended, man. This is what we have coming as a people. And it all goes back to what the Most High promised unto our fathers, man. And that's what us, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. That's what the remnant is fighting for. It goes on to say what? I, Yahweh, will hasten it in his time. The Most High is going to speed it up. You see? Because he wants this done. And it will be done, man. It will be done. Go back. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ezekiel 36 and 37. Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them. I will increase them like with men like a flock. As the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because our God, the one true living power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's the only one that's proclaimed that he's going to do this for us, man. None of these false idols that our people are following have told them anything like this. So that's why the prophets are being set up, to let you know what's going to happen before it happens. So when it does come to pass, you're going to know that the God we've been calling on, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is the one who has fulfilled this according to the word that he spoke so long ago. That it hasn't been disannulled, that it hasn't been canceled out, that the Most High has not forgotten about his people and the oath that he made unto their fathers. Everything, all these prophecies we read, they are going to be brought to pass because the Most High is faithful and true, man. You see? And his counsel is unchangeable. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.